The Cabinet Secretary will recall during the process of the bill we discussed it changes to quality assurance but also the accreditation function, and there were two separate kind of reviews that were underway in both. I wonder if the Cabinet Secretary could give us an update on how those are progressing.
In relation to accreditation, as far as I'm aware, that is being taken forward by Qualifications Scotland. I met with Shirley Rogers very recently, towards the end of last year. I'm meeting with her, I think, next week, and with Nick Page, the new Chief Executive. So I'd be more than happy to write to the committee with more detail on that following my meeting with Shirley Rogers and with Nick Page in relation to accreditation, which was an issue that we discussed at length in relation to Stage 2 and Stage 3 amendments with the committee, but also in the Chamber.
And the quality assurance aspects?
Those are also being taken forward, as I understand it. I don't know if Jackson wants to say more in relation to the work officials have been supporting as well.
Yeah, so it's kind of been developed in terms of what that kind of review, the National Quality Assurance Review, will cover. That's been worked on with colleagues at Qualifications Scotland, as the legislation said, is looking to appoint someone to undertake that review, an independent advisor, and that needs to be done within 3 months of the provision coming into force, which is kind of due in the next month or so.
Yeah. Just to make the obvious point, I mean, there was a kind of a compromise reached during the process of the bill, where we thought a pragmatic, reasonable way to progress was to allow a review so that everything could be considered in the round, because there was quite a lot of confusion about exactly what was accreditation and where the quality assurance functions played in. But there was a strong view amongst many of us that ultimately we should have everything accredited and in a separate body. And I hope that that is all considered as part of this review. So it's just really to put the marker down to repeat the point from before.
Yes, very much so. And that matter of accreditation was something that we debated and discussed at length with committee, and also the fact that a number of qualifications are not accredited at the current time, not least in terms of national qualifications that are often delivered in schools. So I want to reassure the member that that is being taken forward by Qualifications Scotland. But I will raise those matters again with Shirley Rogers and Nick Page when I meet with them in the coming days. And I also commit to writing to the committee with further detail following that meeting to provide that reassurance on those points, because they were very clearly heard by me at the time, and they were a key component of the bill as was passed in terms of accreditation.